everyone, my name is Donnie Lowy from Closeout.com. Hope you're doing well today. Today I'd like to talk to you about how to become a successful international wholesaler. The way you become an international successful wholesaler is by making sure you could get two components right. One component of your business is going to be finding a market overseas for your products, and the second component is going to be finding products that are appropriate and that are in demand in that overseas market. So, for example, let's say you're a wholesaler in New York, and I'm a wholesaler in New York, and let's say I carry a lot of brand name dresses. I could look for markets overseas who are interested, or markets in the Caribbean, markets in South America, and Latin America, who are in Europe, anywhere, who are looking for brand name dresses. Or the other way around, let's say I find out that there's a very big demand for American-made products and for products made for the United States in France. So then I could look for those products and make contacts in France and sell those products to wholesalers and to retailers in France. In order to find the products, you want to contact wholesalers who are already doing business with the countries that you're looking to sell to. In this way, they can supply you those products, and as you grow your business, you could climb up the food chain, and you could buy it from the importers, from the manufacturers, or from the brands directly. When it comes to selling those products, you want to reach out, and you can either choose to sell directly to the retailers, or you can sell to wholesalers that are going to sell to the retailers. If you are going to sell to the wholesalers, then you're going to have to give them a lower price because they're going to have to sell those products themselves to the retailers at the wholesale price. On the other hand, the benefit of selling to a wholesaler is that they can buy a large quantity in one shot. Now, if you want to sell directly to retailers, you're going to be able to charge a slightly higher wholesale price than if you're selling to wholesalers, but each retailer is going to take a smaller quantity than a wholesaler would take on his or her own. Now, how do you find wholesalers and retailers in other countries? One thing you could do is you could call the consulate of the country that you're looking to deal with, or the embassy, and they'll put you in touch with their commercial department, and they can give you a list of wholesalers or retailers, or they can put you in touch with a source that would be able to give you a list of wholesalers and retailers in their country. They're interested in bringing more business and creating business opportunities for businesses in their country, so they're going to be able to help you, and they're going to want to help you. Another thing you could do is you could go to the yellowpages.com or find an equivalent website for that country and look for the directory and look for a listing of stores and wholesalers in that country. You could call them up, send them an email. I know it can be expensive to call stores overseas, but if you can get a good order from them, then I believe it's worthwhile. There are many approaches you can take. Now, as far as shipping the order, you can use companies like UPS, FedEx, DHL, but if you can find a freight forwarder, I think it's going to be much better for you. A freight forwarder aggregates shipments and then gets a discounted rate and will send the shipments to the customers. Another benefit of using a freight forwarder is that many of the freight forwarders ship merchandise on a freight collect basis. When you ship merchandise on a freight collect basis, it allows the buyer, the retailer, to pay for the shipping once they receive the merchandise. In other words, when they buy from you, they don't have to put out so much money, because first they're going to put out money for the merchandise, and then they're going to have time to get money together to pay for the shipping. Many freight forwarders will also deliver on a door-to-door basis, which is great. It means that they will receive the merchandise directly at their house or at their store. Now, another tip when selling overseas is that you want to be very familiar with the terms that they use to describe the products that they want to buy. For instance, someone might refer to a woman's suit as an office suit, someone else might refer to it as a business suit, someone else might refer to it as a corporate suit. Now, of course, you're describing the same exact suit in those three situations, but you want to use the terms and you want to understand the terms that people use so you're able to give them the right products and that you're able to market the products properly. So if someone asks you for a church suit and someone else asks you for a business suit, those are two different suits. So you want to make sure you understand the terms, and you want to make sure they have the products that those customers want. Now, another thing that's important when selling overseas is being familiar with the brands that are in demand. Now, you have to know there's a balance between their ability to pay for certain brands and what they can pay and the demand of those brands. So let's say your customers want Tahari suits, but a Tahari suit might have an original wholesale price of $150 when you buy directly from Tahari. So you can tell them, look, you can buy a suit directly from Tahari for $150 and it's going to be the latest style. Or you can give them a suit from a previous season. Might be 2 months behind, might be 3 months behind, might be more than that behind, but you'll be able to give them at a substantial price reduction. For instance, I sell wholesale brand name Tahari suits in my warehouse for $39 each, which is a lot less than $150 a suit. The trade-off is that the suits are from a previous season. So you want to find out when you deal with your customers overseas whether they are looking for the most up-to-date brand, style from a brand, and they're willing and have the ability to pay for that, or if they're okay with saving, $100 per item, but they're willing to take merchandise from a previous season. Now, if you want to get more up-to-date merchandise, another thing you could do is you can go to the brands directly and negotiate with them, try to represent the brand. I think if you have a wholesale business that is focused on another country and you can find an up-and-coming brand, I think it would be a great idea to make an arrangement with that brand where you represent that brand and the country that you're going to be selling to. So there's definitely many ways to go about doing this, and the key is finding the customers. Now, how do you find customers overseas? You can advertise on Facebook. You can advertise using Google AdWords. You can write a blog. You can send out press releases. You can make videos like the video you're watching now. And another great strategy is to find people where you live who have relatives, have friends, or have contacts in the country that you're looking to sell to, and then they could put you in touch with people. You can offer them a commission or referral fee to put you in touch with buyers, or they themselves might decide to partner up with someone overseas and buy merchandise from you. For instance, you can have someone who has a full-time job, but they have a relative who has a store in another country, or has a relative who can open up a store in another country, and then they'll buy merchandise from you and sell it in that country. So there are many approaches, and the key is to network. You might even make a partnership with another wholesaler who already has buyers overseas, and then supply your products to their buyers and give the wholesaler a commission. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for being in New York. You're welcome to visit this warehouse. My website is closeoutexplosion.com. Have a great day.